An all-new Pokemon GO Valentine's Day event is coming, and you do not want to miss out on this one. Alright, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon GO video. So today we're going to be talking about the Carnival of Love event that is coming to Pokemon GO. This is going to be the Valentine's Day event of 2024, and they're doing a lot of things differently from previous Valentine's Day events. I mean, the big notable difference already is the name of the event. Typically, the Valentine's Day event is called Love is in the Air, but this time around, it's going to be called Carnival of Love. Now, the reason for the name change actually makes sense when you look at the different event wild spawns, as well as the other things related to this event. And I do think there's some things to be excited about. First and foremost, there's going to be some new Shinies that I know a lot of players are going to want to get, and there's also going to be Pokemon that are somewhat relevant. The Carnival of Love event is going to start on Tuesday, February 13th at 10 o'clock a.m. local time, and it's going to go until Thursday, February 15th at 8 o'clock p.m. local time. The event bonuses for this event is going to be themed around XL candy. You're going to have an increased chance of receiving Candy XL when you're walking your buddy, and you're going to get 2 guaranteed Candy XL every time you evolve a Pokemon. This is massive. If you have a whole bunch of Pokemon stocked up that you can evolve, you're going to get yourself a ton of XL candy for those specific Pokemon. Specifically pseudo-legendaries, stuff like Dratini and Beldum. Those are going to be highly valuable during this event, so if you have a whole bunch of them stocked up and you can evolve them, you definitely should during this event. Of course, with Valentine's Day every year, you can get yourself an exclusive Furfrou trim. It is going to be the Heart trim, and this is the only time of the year that you could get this trim for Furfrou. Next up, let's talk about the wild spawns, because this is actually what's going to make this year's Valentine's Day event very interesting. First and foremost, we're going to have various forms of Oricorio spawning all over the world, and they are going to have their shiny forms debuting during this event. The Bailey-style Oricorio is going to be appearing in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. The Pom-Pom-style Oricorio is going to be appearing in the Americas. The Pao-style Oricorio is going to be appearing in African, Asian, Pacific, and Caribbean islands, and the Sensu-style Oricorio is going to be appearing in the Asia-Pacific region. We're also going to be getting various forms of Flabebe. Red Flower Flabebe is going to be appearing in Europe, Middle East, and Africa. Blue Flower Flabebe is going to be appearing in the Asia-Pacific region, and then Yellow Flower Flabebe is going to be in the Americas. Now, in terms of the wild spawns, they're not necessarily something to be excited about. We're going to have Snubbull, Skitty, Lovedisc, Flabebe, Furfrou, Oricorio, Stufful, and Quaxly spawning in the wild. And we're going to see an uncommon amount of Roselia, White Flower Flabebe, and Orange Flower Flabebe. Nothing here is meta relevant, and that is very typical of Valentine's Day. It's unfortunate because we typically have Chansey as part of the event spawns, but it looks like this year they are foregoing having Chansey as an event exclusive wild spawn. Personally, I'm kind of okay with that because we've been getting a lot of Chanseys in different events, and we also have Chansey Community Day just a couple of weeks before this event. So if you need yourself a really good Chansey, you will still have yourself an opportunity to get that. It's just not going to be during this event. Now, spawning in field research tasks, we're going to have Snubbull, Roselia, Spindo with a heart pattern, Clamperl, Lovedisc, Furfrou, and Stufful as field research rewards. Something to keep in mind is that Spindo with a heart pattern is only available during this time of year. So if you do not have this specific Spinda, then make sure you go out and do a whole bunch of Spinda tasks during this event. There's also going to be a collection challenge during this event that's going to award you with a Roserade. Even though Roserade is not considered that relevant anymore, it is still a very powerful grass type, so if you do not have really good grass types, don't forget to complete this collection challenge during this event. During this event, we're going to be getting some new avatar items, and it's actually a pose where the trainer is tapping a Lovedisc tambourine. So I think this is going to be one of the unique poses that you can get, and you can still get it even after the event ends. So if you do not get it, don't worry about it. It's going to be there forever. There's also going to be Pokestop showcases during this event, and it's going to be themed around the event Pokemon. So if you happen to find yourself XXLs of any of these Pokemon, make sure you save them, because Pokestop showcases do give you really good rewards. Now, here's something that's very interesting. For all the trainers who live in Brazil, they're going to be getting twice the experience for catching Pokemon during this event. Basically, the Carnival of Love event is going to be themed around Valentine's Day, but also this region-specific event happening in Brazil. So if you live in Brazil, you're going to be enjoying this double XP bonus. Now, as per the norm for in-game events over the past couple of months, there's also going to be a paid timed research. It's going to cost $1 USD, and the rewards are going to be Stardust Experience and 2 Incense, and then 5 encounters with Spindle with a heart pattern. As per usual, for these paid timed researches, I don't think this one is worth it. The only premium item that you're going to get is Incense, and those are actually pretty easy to come by. If you win 1 or 2 Pokestop showcases, you might get one through that. So I really do not think this ticket is worth it at all. You can just go out and play and get the items for free. So I highly suggest you do not buy it, but if you have a whole bunch of spare income, then maybe you can go ahead and spend the $1. So yeah, really exciting stuff. Shiny Oricorio is finally going to be in Pokemon Go, which means we got ourselves technically another Shiny Regional. And I do predict that this is going to be a pretty big trade ship during global events like Pokemon Go Fest, so make sure you go out and stock up on as many of these shinies as you can. But of course, I do think they're not going to be boosted in any way, so if you're lucky enough to get one of these shinies, then you should definitely hold on to it until you can get yourself a one from a different region. But still, I'm pretty excited about this event. It's something very different from what we've had in previous Valentine's Day events. I personally like a little bit of change here and they're definitely doing that with this event. It's not necessarily going to be a game-breaking event. They're not introducing any new Pokemon. They're not having any wild spawns that are going to be meta-relevant. But overall, this is going to be a fine event for people who like to collect Pokemon. It's a lot of cool shinies that are going to be a part of this event, and we got ourselves some new regional shinies, and just in general, I think it's going to be a good time. Rather than being negative about this event and calling it boring, I think it's just going to be a nice change of pace. That's just how I'm going to try to look at it. I mean, yeah, it's not necessarily an exciting event, and I don't think there's anything worthwhile to go after during this event, but I do like the XL Candy bonus. That's going to be massive. We're trying to get certain Pokemon maxed out. I do think that having that bonus is going to save this event from being completely forgettable, but we'll just have to wait and see. I'm really curious to see how the community is going to react. But yeah, with that said, that's going to be it for this video. Now, I would love to know your thoughts regarding this event down below. Are you excited about the Carnival of Love event? Are you going to be catching certain Pokemon during this event? Let me know what those Pokemon are down below in the comments, and let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. If you ended up enjoying it and found it to be informative, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here. And don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. Now I want to give a quick shout out to all the members of my Patreon family. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, make sure you go and check out the links in the description below. For every single Patreon member, they get a permanent spot on my in-game friends list. So if you want to play Pokemon Go with me, like with remote raids, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. Also, if you want to support my channel in a very different way, you could do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula, and I'm on the platforms that you see on screen. Alright, and with that said, that's going to be it. I'm Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.